Hi there. Welcome to High Vibe Tribe Tarot, where I tap into the energy of the collective and interpret the cards to provide insight into your life. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Alrighty, let's see what messages the cards want for us today, or what messages want to come through for us today. Okay. Speak your truth. This card, so it says, you've stayed silent enough. Speak up, stand your ground, state your perspectives. You will rise to a higher vibration when you let your voice be heard. So I feel like some of you may have something on your mind that you're not saying, or there's communication that needs to be had that isn't happening. For some of you, it feels like there's communication. I feel like I'm getting a message about a partnership, like a connection. There's someone in your life who you haven't spoken with in a while. They want to talk to you, or you want to talk to them, but for whatever reason, you two aren't talking to each other. For some of you, it feels like, I don't know, I heard apology. Take that as it resonates. It may not be for all of you. Some of you want to speak up about something. I don't know. It could be, of course, it could be different for all of you, but it also feels like there's information that you want to share. You may even be nervous or afraid about sharing it. Yeah, it just feels like like this message is related to a connection. Like there could be someone who you're missing, someone you want to talk to, but they're just not around. It feels like there's emotions or maybe something that's heavy on your chest that you want to express. But this card is saying you've stayed silent long enough. Speak up, stand your ground, and state your perspectives. You will rise to a higher vibration when you let your voice be heard. Speak your truth. So I feel like there's someone who you need to reach out to that needs to know or needs to hear whatever it is that you are on, whatever it is that's on your mind. And I feel like whatever it is that you have to share will shift something in someone. So whether it's an opinion that you have to share, I feel like it could shift their perspective. Maybe it's emotions that you need to share. Maybe there's someone from your past or a connection, someone who needs to hear that you love them. Like I heard a misconnection. So take that as it resonates. It may not be all for all of you. Pay attention. I also just got pay attention to the signs. That wasn't on the card, but I heard pay attention to the signs. So for some of you, you may be looking for a sign. You may be looking for a confirmation or validation for something. This reading could be a sign. Maybe this card here about speaking your truth or letting someone know that you love them could be a sign. But pay attention. So this card says, you're being asked to pay extra close attention to the signs you're being given, both the subtle ones and the ones that can't be missed. These signs will help you see how to best move forward in order to live your best life. So with this card here, it's telling us that your spirit guides are looking over you. Your spirit guides are protecting you, and your spirit guides are they're looking after you, and they're guiding you every step of the way. They're sending you signs, they're nudging you, and they're asking you to pay attention to the obvious signs and also the subtle signs. Follow that good feeling. So whatever feels good for you, that's a sign that it's the right way. It's the way to follow, you know? So pay attention. For some of you, I feel like You know the answer, but you're not trusting it. I'm getting that you may be receiving the nudges, you may be getting the signs, but there's something about your intellect that you're not trusting. You're not trusting your thoughts, or you're not trusting something that's in your head. You're not trusting your plan or your strategy. It just feels like you're not trusting the way, like you're very skeptical about something. But what does this card say? This card says strategy and planning. And it says your actions have taken you to a new phase in your spiritual evolution. Now's the time to plan and strategize for the highest possible outcome. So whatever that means for you. But the reason why I said that there's something about your intellect that you're not trusting is because this is a card of your shadow self. Before pulling this card, what I asked was, what's something that needs to be revealed, or what's something that needs to be seen, healed, or integrated? Like, what about your shadow self needs to be seen, healed, or integrated? So I feel like some of you have the answer, but you're not trusting the answer. And some of you could be overthinking and overanalyzing. What emotion are you holding on to? This card says step back. You're being asked to step back from your life in order to gain perspective. When you're too close to a situation, it can be hard to make a decision. Span out and view your life from a distance so you can get the perspective needed. So, what emotions are you holding on to? You could possibly be holding on to worry and fear, like I said. Worried about which way is the right way. And it's like you're in your head, but you're not trusting what's in your head. You're in your head and you're not listening to your body. You're in your head and you're not listening to your intuition. And this card is saying or suggesting to take a step back, take a break. Take a step back from your life in order to gain perspective. So it just feels like there's something that needs to be shared, some sort of communication that needs to be had, someone you want to reach out to, maybe someone wants to reach out to you. And I feel like you may know that it's the right thing to do or something that you should do, but you're not sure. For some of you, I'm hearing, do they love me too? So it definitely feels like some sort of love relationship, a missed connection. And maybe you're afraid of what they would say or how they would respond, and you're strategizing, you're trying to come up with the best thing to say. Maybe you're starting in the text message and then you keep erasing it, or starting the message or the email or whatever, starting the letter and just throwing it away, or it's not coming, I'm hearing like to fruition or a complete circle. It's not coming to it's not being completed. It's not coming to completion. But maybe it's just a sign that you do need to step back, take a break, let the answers flow to you instead of trying to generate the answers yourself. What thoughts are keeping you stuck? Stuck in lack. This immediately tells me that there's a lack mindset, or that there's some sort of scarcity mindset. This card here says You have all the resources you need to carry you through, whether it's financial, emotional, or physical limitations that you think you have. It's only ego-based fears taking over. Rein them in and don't give up. So this card here is very clear that there's a lack mentality. There's a fear, but this card is letting you know that it's just your ego speaking. Fear is not real. Fear is false evidence appearing real. You're stuck in your head. You're stuck in this lack mentality, and it's time to take a step back. Take a break from that. You need to speak your truth, but maybe it feels like you need to speak your truth, but it's like maybe you need some time to gather your thoughts. Or to maybe you need some time to actually figure out what it is that you want. Trust in yourself. What's the behavior that needs to be released? Courageous heart. It says, it takes courage to follow your heart, especially when the path is unknown. Your heart knows the way. Trust it and let it lead you to your true destiny. So that's the message of this card. But also, I'm looking at how this person here is wearing armor. It's telling me that you have your heart guarded, and that's the behavior that needs to be released. That the protectiveness, or you protecting your heart. I'm hearing you're protecting your heart from nothing. Like it just feels like you're protecting your heart, but there's nothing that you need to protect your heart from. With the angel wings here, I feel like your angels are protecting you and that you don't need to protect yourself. Like it just feels like you're over protecting your heart, and that energy, that behavior, that mindset needs to be maybe not completely released so that you're left completely vulnerable, but I'm hearing that it needs to be lifted. If you do have a particular person on your mind, if this is resonating with you, I don't know, it just feels like you're afraid of being hurt by this person that you're not speaking to. Or maybe you're afraid of being hurt by, if it's not a person that you're resonating with, it may be that you're afraid of being hurt by the situation. So I feel like I'm getting another scenario other than the relationship or the misconnection. It just feels like, I don't know, I just see someone who wants to share their voice. Maybe you want to start your own YouTube channel or start a podcast or something like that, but you're afraid to speak your truth because you're afraid of being judged or rejected or hurt. That's that guardedness that I feel like Spirit is asking you to release, because Spirit is protecting you. Spirit is saying you don't need to protect yourself because we got you, we're protecting you. So to like ease up on that a bit, because it's holding you back. It's keeping you stuck in your head. What's something in your past that you're still carrying? Something in your past that you're still carrying. Okay, so this card says soar, and it says you're being asked to stop dimming your own light. Period. It's time for you to come out if the shadows. Or it says, it's time for you to come out of the shadows and let your authentic self soar. Fly high, dear one. Fly high. So you are doing much better than you think you are. Also, you're meant for greatness. You're loved more deeply than you may believe that you are. And this card, again, is suggesting that you allow yourself to soar high and to stop holding yourself back. This is a sign. Pay attention to the signs. Release. Pay attention to the signs. Step back. Get out of your head. Allow yourself to soar free, or to soar high. Fly high. What do you truly need right now? What do you truly need right now? What do you truly need right now? This card says professional assistance. So maybe you do need some professional assistance. I'm hearing mentor. Maybe you were thinking about joining some sort of membership or finding a mentor, or maybe seeking out a counselor or something like that. But this card says it may be time to seek wise counsel. This could be in any life area, from legal or financial advice to more personal needs such as counseling or therapy. So it may be something that you've been considering for a really long time. If so, I feel like this is your sign to go ahead and seek wise counsel. Go ahead and reach out, you know? Maybe there's, I don't know, I'm hearing a business that you want to grow, or there's something that you want to learn as well that will push you forward. Maybe there's some sort of goal, like how I said that maybe there's a project that you want to start, a new career that you're trying to transition into. Like when I mentioned, maybe you want to start your own YouTube channel or something like that. Maybe there's someone who can help you and you know they can help you, and this is a sign to reach out to that person and let them know that this is what you want to get into, and let them know that their help would be appreciated. Like you'd need their help. Let's see. What does your heart truly want? A fresh start. So you do want a fresh start. You want a fresh start, whether it's the relationship or the misconnection that we talked about at first. You want a fresh start with this person, or maybe it's a career shift. You want a fresh start in that area of your life, or it could be anything. But it looks like your heart truly wants a fresh start in something. This card here says you're being given the opportunity to begin again. Allow yourself to embrace this new life and open up fully to this gift that you've been given. So the door is opening up for you. I think in the last reading I talked about a door being opened. There's an opportunity for you. So maybe check out that reading as well if you're interested. But there's an opportunity coming up for you. There's a portal that's opening that is allowing this fresh new start, and your guides are asking you to follow your instincts, follow the signs, follow the subtle signs, and follow the obvious signs. Speak your truth. Get out of your head, Stop protecting your heart. Stop living in fear. Allow yourself to soar high, because that's what you were meant to do. You've been given gifts and talents, and now it's time to share those gifts and share those talents. We'll do maybe one more card. Take the high road. So this card says you're at an impasse. I'm not sure how to pronounce that word. Impasse? I don't know. I'll have to look it up after this. With a relationship or a situation. It's now time to think bigger, release desired outcomes, and take the most positive course of action. So take the high road. It's time to take the most positive course of action. And it's time to think bigger, release desired outcomes, and take the most positive course of action. So this feels like it's a reading for those of you who are at a crossroad and there's something that you know that you need to do, but you're just not trusting it. It feels like there's something that maybe you're afraid to step into new waters. But I feel like you will make the right choice for you. It will be the right choice for your highest good. I'm getting another feeling, another message that's coming through. Sometimes it just takes a minute for the message to crystallize or to form words. It just feels like where you're headed, you're going to feel connected to spirit. Meaning, you know, when you sit outside at night and you look up at the stars and you just feel this feeling of like expansiveness, or like there's something out there bigger than you guiding you, like that. I'm just looking here at this picture here. It just feels like I think you may be stepping into your it feels like you're becoming more attuned to your spirituality. Something about spirituality is coming through right now. Something about connecting to the spirit world. Not that you're going to die or anything. So not if you were thinking that, but you're still going to be here in physical form. But there's just a feeling of being in awe. For some of you, I see you connecting to your like your, it feels like family who has passed over. Like maybe some of you could be mediums for some reason. Another thing that's coming through is that some of you could be mediums and you're getting messages and you're being asked to like speak your truth to, like some of you are getting messages and you're being asked to like to like speak what you hear, like release the truth, like how do you say, like allow those messages to come through. Like I just feel like I don't know, this card here makes me think that you're connecting with, like I'm hearing spirit guides, but it feels like a family member, like maybe a grandmother or something. Like it just feels like you're connecting with that spirit. And it just feels like you're allowing this energy to wash over you. And that energy is guiding you. And I just feel like through your relationship or through your connection with the spirit realm, your signs are going to become more, pay attention. Your signs are going to become more obvious. And you're going to start to listen to that. You're going to start to follow it. And it's going to lead you to like awesome things. I don't know yet what I should title this reading. But I feel like that's it. I feel like that's the reading. It just feels very, like all of this just feels very connected to source. It's like you're trusting in the divine, you're trusting your intuition. And I just feel like that's what you're moving into. Like maybe right now, there may be this lack of, maybe right now you may be spiraling in this lack mentality or a scarcity mindset. But I feel like you're transitioning through all of that. And when you come out on the end, you're going to be very connected. I'm hearing soul child. I'm also getting indigo child, starseed energy as well. And this energy is feeling very reserved and introverted. So you may be someone who's quiet, you may be introverted, or you may enjoy like reflection or introspection. Also, it feels like someone who takes the time to connect with nature as well. That feels kind of strong, connecting with trees or Mother Nature, things like that. So I think that's it. I don't really have any other words to express. I just have this feeling, and it just feels very, it just feels like what I described, like this feeling of awe, like being in awe or something, being in awe of spirit. And that's all that I can say. So I'm going to end your reading there. Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate you, especially if you stuck around to the end. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button if you've enjoyed this reading, if you've gained some sort of insight from it. Comment down below if you feel called to do so. Share with all of us your thoughts and your insights. And don't forget to subscribe if you have not done so already. Subscribe for more readings. And I hope to see you again in the next one. So until then, take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.